Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome back to Valheim. So, we are back here in my creative world, and Jarl here is just sitting down by the shore, contemplating life and what his next move should be. Got a couple of neck floating around down in the water over there, but they're not going to bother us. We've got that turned off, so uh, all of the creatures in here are just going to ignore us unless we attack them. So makes for a little better building experience in here. Now, I've got my boat parked down the shore there because I started a new save. So, in my last one, my fantasy little world there was where I built the Motte and Bailey. And I wanted somewhere new to build, so I created a new one called it World Builder. And I made my own seed for it, uh, which spat out this. And I kind of like it. Uh, so this is the starting island right here. I'm sitting right here. The start point was there. I built a boat and I completely circumnavigated the island, going along the shore all the way around back to this spot. And I came back to this spot because it's quite a nice little bay right here. And we've got a field back here, right behind my guy. And I was thinking that would be a nice place to start. I could build a kind of a little village there. And we've got this inlet over here with a little river that kind of runs off over here. And I was thinking maybe right over here somewhere, maybe uh, just in a little bit back here, I would put in a boatyard so that I could build some ships back there and stuff like that. Uh, so it's probably been about a year since I did this. I have done one other video where I took an entire island like this and I just built all over it. A little village over here, and a couple houses over there, and some over there, and another little village on the other side over there, stuff like that. And just built something that, you know, an entire society could live in on that island. Well, I've got a slightly bigger island here, uh, but it's got quite a bit of variety on it. So we've got meadows right here where I'm sitting. There's some black forest right over here. And then we've got a whole bunch of meadows in the middle. And then there's a swamp over here. And we have a mountain right there. So we got a little bit of variety on this island. We've got one, two, three, four different biomes on the starter island itself. I'm sure, there is another island over there, and there's a couple over on that side, all over the place, of course. And if I go sailing to one of those, I can probably get to plains biome and anywhere else that I might want to go to, and I probably will at some point later on. But right now, we're going to start on this island right here. So the mod count is currently sitting at 61. Um, you'll notice I've got little crystals like this. So that's a sulfur formation right there. And there are different colored ones like that all over the place. There's green, purple, yellow, white, black, blue, you name it. They're all over the place. There's a couple of green ones. Here's one right here. This is an emerald formation. Uh, those crystals are part of one of the mods that I downloaded that allows me to make crystal lights and stuff. One of the other mods spawns in a bunch of this stuff over here, which is clay. So we've got clay deposits like this, and then we've got smaller little clay modules like those ones right there. So they look like giant poop, but they're actually clay. And there are like piles of these over there. We've got that particular tree right there is part of another mod. This is a willow tree. So I've got a nature mod on here that adds in a couple of new trees. So the willow is a new tree that spawns in the plain or the meadows biome. There is another one or two new trees that spawns over in the Black Forest. And then, of course, each of the biomes, there's some new trees. Uh, so, the armor that I am currently wearing. I went through and I took a look at all the armor that was in there. And I tried to pick some really good armor that actually looked good. So on my head, I've got a flametal helmet, which gives me 38 armor, durability of 800. Looks really cool and kind of goes with the rest of the outfit. The breastplate is flametal, again 38 armor, 1000 durability on it. Gives me a -5 movement speed, but plus 20 heat resistance. So, not terrible. The legs are the trousers of Ask. 28 armor, 1000 durability, but -10 on the run stamina, jump stamina usage, -20 on the attack stamina, and gives me plus 10 pierce. So it kind of balances out other things. My cloak is the Askspin cloak. So 1500 durability. Increases run speed and greatly reduces stamina use when running with the wind. So if the wind is blowing that direction and I run that direction, this thing is going to reduce my run stamina. And it also reduces my dodge stamina by 15%. And on my belt, we've got the Belt of Vidar. So 500 durability, which really isn't much, but doesn't need to be. So it doubles the strength of the user. Gives me -10 run stamina usage, plus 300 carry weight, and -10 on the jump stamina usage. So you'll notice my carry weight right now is 710, which is totally fine. Run stamina -10, health regen -24, stamina regen 13, ITER 13, max carry weight 320, but the belt doubles that to 720 or 710. And then I've got resistance versus fire, frost, and then my damage, I've got a weak versus lightning on there, and my jump stamina usage is -10. This one is my ITER, and then my armor up there. So I've got 105 total armor, which isn't too bad. Food-wise, I've got stuff in here that probably isn't in the game, like this one, the Happy Meal, which gives me 133 health and stamina. I believe that one is from one of the mods that I've got on here. This one is in the game, Dragonfire Barbecue, 111 health and stamina. And then we've got Winter Stew, which is 55 health and 99 stamina. So I've currently got 324 health, 400 stamina. So, not too bad. Picked up some weapons in the game. Of course, had to get the best stuff. We've got a flametal pickaxe, which does 69 piercing damage. We've got a black metal axe, which does 100 slash, and I haven't upgraded either of those yet. My hammer, which is currently level 5. My hoe is level 5. Now, there are two hoes. There is this one, which is the basic hoe, and there is also a flametal hoe. And one of the mods that I've got, uh, take a look at this, pull out my hoe, and you'll notice I've got a lot more options on here than you would normally have. Normally it would be just these four, but my hoe adds all of this stuff. So I can delete things, I can create slopes, reset the terrain back to vanilla, tame creatures with it, pave roads, and all kinds of stuff like that with it. Um, if I had the flametal hoe, I don't get those options with that one. It's only this one. I have the Celestial Bone Greatsword, which does 170 slash damage, which is fantastic. Uh, as I was sailing around the island, I spotted a bear on the shore and figured, let's test this out and see how tough these guys actually are. And with this sword, even having 170 slash damage, it took 6 hits to take that bear down. So there's that. For a bow, I've got the Blood Fang, which does 82 pierce damage with 25 knockback. And paired up with that is the Charred Arrow, which does 82 pierce and 15 knockback. So most things on here, if I hit them with my bow, uh, they're not going to be standing when I hit them. Bear, yes, and some of the bigger enemies on here, blocks and bear and all that. It's going to take a couple of shots to take those guys down. But I've got a feeling that if I use this bow with those arrows and I go find Ixir, it's not going to take me as many shots to take him down with that as it would with the crude bow and wooden arrows. Because crude bow and wooden arrows, you can probably hit Ixir like 40, 50 times before he finally goes down. Whereas this one, I'm pretty sure you could do it in less than 10. And of course, we've got a raging storm going on right now. So I was thinking down here in this bay, probably use that big rock right there, and I'll build something out to the big rock and build a dock coming off of there. Or maybe I'll put a dock over there. I don't know yet. There are little areas around here where it would be ideal to build certain things in there. Oh, a red crystal over there, along with a couple of green ones. Nice. So this little stream here runs all the way back over to here. So, yeah, it comes inland quite a bit. So I gotta build around this. Might even build a bridge across here. Don't know. I'm gonna build a whole bunch of stuff down here by the shore, and then have paths coming up here. I don't even know what's on the other side of this willow tree yet. Oh, purple and green crystals. Nice. So we've got a nice little area here I can build in. And then, of course, this area here. I am going to have to get rid of a whole bunch of stuff, though, and flatten out some ground in order to be able to build there. Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do with that little stream there. I'll think of something eventually. Down over here, we take a little run down this way. God, it's a good thing I got like 400 stamina. I can actually run all the way over here. Yes, more clay. And we've got reeds here. That's also part of one of the mods. We've got this spot over here. So you can see on the mini-map up here where I'm standing right now, which is right there. So we've got this inlet coming over here. Our other little bay is right there. And I was thinking somewhere back here in this inlet, maybe over there or over here, I want to put in the shipyard. Actually, right here would probably be good because this kind of runs in here and we've got water. And with the mod that I've got on here for my hoe and my build camera, I can take the dirt level that's down there in the water and just bring that all the way back into here. And wow, that water really rises when it storms. So, take a little jump over here. What looks like a great big pile of poo right there, and right here, is actually clay. So it's a whole bunch of these little clay balls just gathered up there. It looks like a giant deer came along and just took a huge crap right there. But no, that's clay. There are no huge deer that drop piles like that anywhere in the game that I know of. Maybe the bears do. Who knows? Possibly a giant rabbit. But I was thinking, so village here, and we'll put the shipyard right there. So it'll be in kind of a protected little cove right there. And then all down the shoreline, all the way around this island, that I will build something probably right here, because we've got black forest right next to our swamp, and then we've got uh, we got more black forest on that side too. Okay, well, that's cool. We got meadows over here, so maybe might build something right around here, and then that gives us access to the swamp, the black forest, the meadows, all kinds of things. But I do want to build stuff kind of all along the shore, all the way around this island. And oh, there goes our storm. Boat time. Um, I want to build something up on the mountain here. Um, this is a huge inlet right here. Maybe, so this one seems kind of small over here. This one over here is huge, and it just comes back here and tapers off back here somewhere. So maybe we've got meadows right there. We've got meadows over here. Okay, it's meadows all around there. But I do kind of want some black forest somewhere nearby. So we've got black forest up there. And it kind of runs all the way down to here. So if I put the shipyard in right here, I've got black forest there, which gives me access to hardwoods and softwoods and everything, plus all the softwoods that we get in here. Yeah, that might not be a bad idea. I think, yes, let's drop a pin right there and go shipyard. Yeah. So the main village of the island maybe will be right here, and having the shipyard all the way over there would be kind of good because the shipyard is going to be noisy. So we don't really want it right next to the village. We'll put a couple of houses around the shipyard and everything like that because those guys don't want to be, walking halfway across an island to get to work every day. Who just. Oh, hello, boar. I was wondering who just walked up beside me. Um, So yeah, I'll probably put a couple of hoses right here, right close to the swamp. Um, Probably be some houses up on that corner up there. Maybe a little village over here somewhere, since that is also meadows. And maybe, okay, this comes through and it pops out over here somewhere. So maybe right here or even down over here, a small little gathering of buildings. Uh, they'll be like woodcutters and that. And we could probably have a woodcutters somewhere up here close to the shipyard because they'll need those guys to be cutting down a whole lot of trees in order to make boats. But yeah, that's kind of the plan. Um, yeah, I was thinking this might be a good spot, but it's like right next to uh, where I'm going to have my main village. This will be the capital of my little island, right over here. So there's going to be quite a few houses and stuff like that, and a big dock here and everything. Or we use that little inlet over there, put a dock along the one side. That might be an idea. Yeah. So where I was standing over there, we put a dock along that one side there. It's kind of a protected little inlet, and then we can have a whole bunch of stuff out here. Yeah. Sure. Sounds like a plan. I gotta go grab my little boat. Unless, yeah, I think I'll take my boat because my boat is sitting right here, and I kind of want to go up there where the shipyard is, and that's a long way to go. Although we could go visit the mountain. I have not been up into this area yet. I haven't explored any of the island, really. A little bit around the swamp there, and a little bit around here, and a little bit around here. But as far as the interior goes, I haven't really gone anywhere and looked at anything. So, why don't we go and take a little trip over to the mountain over there? Yeah. All right. I'll start running that way and see you when I get there. All right. Well, um, I went up this way and I found the mountain region. It's right there. Uh, and it's pretty small. Way smaller than I thought it would be. Not even worth mentioning, really. Fortunately, the island next door, right there, you can see has a huge mountain on it. And I'm pretty sure that's the mountain I was thinking of because I sailed right past here. Here we've got onyx formations, which, you can make black lights with those. All kinds of stuff. Nice little spawner. We've got a runestone out here. Kind of like this spot. It's kind of nice. Got a view of the mountain over there. You got all kinds of trees here. What are you? Fir. Not sure who named those trees. That's a fir tree. We got some pine. I was sure there was another kind of tree back here. We got all kinds of tin deposits back here. Uh, One of the things that I found as I was running around that obviously comes from one of the mods was a nickel deposit. And there are a few of them around. We've got copper right here. And tin all over the place, and I did run across one nickel deposit on my way over here. Um, that's just a rock. That's a troll. Hello. And yeah, somewhere across the entire map, I found them. You'll find them in the meadows, in the Black Forest here, all over the place is the nickel deposits. And that's a carrot. Really want to grab the carrot, but nope, a bear. Hello, Mr. Bear. You are very fierce looking. Hi. Yeah. Hi to you too. Uh-huh. Got it. Yeah, you're not that interested in me, are you? Let's see how many shots it takes with my bow to take him down. I know it takes 6 with my axe, but my axe does 170 damage. This should be interesting. Oh, yeah, it's going to take a couple of shots with that. Let's go with the axe, or the sword. Yeah, the sword does considerably more damage. There we go. Couple hits with the sword. He's done. Pick up all that. Oh, you guys, never mind. Not your fight. So I got 6 bear hide out of that, 4 meat, and 2 bear paws. Nice. Been collecting a few little things along the way, found some blackberries. I did pick up some ruby gemstones, some onyx. Ooh, boar hide. That's a new one. Usually just get scraps and leather and meat from them, but now I got boar hide. Cool. Something new to make. Wait, you? No. Okay. Thought maybe I'd found a nickel deposit there and I could show you, but nope. No such luck. Okay. Well, let's go hop back over into the meadows. See if we can find a nickel deposit over here somewhere on my way sort of back towards where we were. Yep, shoreline over there. Not seeing a whole lot of nickel, but that's okay. So the mountain was like right over here. We go straight up this way, we're going to run into our little snow biome up at the top of this hill, and it's really nothing to write home about. Yeah, you can kind of see the snow through there right now, and it's really tiny. Like, you could build a couple of houses in here, but yeah, this is pretty much it right here. This tree is at the top of it, and it's really not that big. What's this one? That's a fur. What are you? Don't know. That's fur. That's fur. It's snowing! Yay! Enjoying the weather, boys. Okay. And then we're back into meadows again, where we're still getting snowed on. Okay, it has realized we have left the area. Excellent. Ooh. Okay. Well, they aren't going to attack me. That's fine. But yeah, that is the snow-covered mountain up at the top of this island, whereas that other mountain we saw over there is a lot bigger. So I'll be able to build extensively in that snow biome over there, which will be nice. Let's see. We go traipsing down the hill here, trying not to get killed along the way. Trip over something, go flying down the hill, head over heels. Hmm. Now, I did have one save. Uh, I didn't keep it. Oh, it's over here. Um, where I spawned into the world at my start point, uh, and there were like 3 or 4 huge nickel deposits. Just like I spawned, walked out of the circle, and there they were, like right there. And so had a lot of nickel that I could have mined from there, but I think nickel has got something to do with one of my mods for sure, because I haven't seen that in the vanilla game at all. But yeah, I think maybe I've rambled on long enough here. Uh, so we've looked at part of my little island here and the area where I'm going to start right here. Uh, so I think I'm going to do that tonight. Is work on this a little bit, try and get some houses up there, down here, possibly go down the shore over to here and maybe get something done with the shipyard over there. Get something started at least. Because that's a really great spot down there. You know, that's a huge inlet right there compared to this little thing I got over here. You'd be able to sail some really big ships out of there. So yeah, I think it'll probably go there. I think that is an that might be an inland lake right there. Unless there's a river that leads over here to this. I'm not entirely sure. It might. I don't know. We will find out eventually. But yeah, I do kind of want to get a little bit of a start on the shipyard tonight, and also get a start on this village right here. So I'm going to take off and get to work on this, and tomorrow we will go into the playthrough save and continue our journey in there. So until next time, I'll catch you later.